I got trampled by a Dalmatian when I was like 4, and it freaked me out. And then suddenly I'm bigger than a Dalmatian, and I'm like, you know what? Dogs aren't that scary.
Wade, there were 2 other kids with me, and they were able to get up and run. I could not. And it was in the middle of winter, so there was like this hill, and it rolled me down the hill in the snow. Hey everyone, welcome back to Hot Tub Talks. We got a weird episode today, because you can see I'm Chip.
I'm Wade.
We are Garrett-less.
We are Garrett-less, unfortunately.
It is very unfortunate, but we do have a special guest to join us for a little bit today.
We have a couple of special guests.
We have a couple of special guests, so we'll be right back. Santa Claus is coming. That's right, it's Santa Claus.
Explain, Chip.
All right. So my brother has been talking about this for a while, but we were like, he's like, in November, he's like, let's get chickens. Let's get chickens. And I was like, okay. So I did the economics. I figured out how we're going to do it.
Yeah, so wait.
This is Nugget.
Nugget.
This is Nugget. He's the brown one. What do you have to say, Nugget? He's a little shook.
Yeah, Nugget doesn't like getting picked up.
Yeah. And then we have Johann Sebastian Bach. He's more chill.
Yeah, he's
Johann
way more chill.
He doesn't love it, but he'll put up with it. So anyways, Ben was like, we have to get chickens. We have to get chickens. We have to get chickens since we moved out. And I was like, okay, well, the whole winter, nothing happened, right? And then on Wednesday, I'm just hanging out. No, on Tuesday, I'm just getting some homework done. I come out of the bathroom, and I look, and Ben's like, psst, psst, yo, come here. He's standing in his closet, and I'm like, what? And he's like, let's go get the chicks. And I'm like women? I was like, yeah, let's go, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know. We're both taken, but like, all right.
Yeah, that's sick, bro.
And so we, and he's like, yeah, let's go to IFA and get the chicks. I'm like, okay. Oh, chickens. All right, bet. So just random drop of the hat. He's like, let's do it. Go to IFA, out of chickens. No chickens there. I had to go to AI Club. So I ended up leaving. I come back to 2 chickens. Turns out he had to drive to Draper to find these chickens. They were the last 2 chickens in the state for sale.
Huh.
Yeah. So anyways, he got 2 chickens. They've been pretty cool. It's been, I don't think it's been like a lot, but I've like worried about it. You know what I mean? They're so young and fragile that I'm like,
yeah, they're
trying to get back. I'm like, are they fried?
I don't think you guys understand. They've got a little loft bed in their room, and they put the chickens under the bed. Yeah. We like closed off the under thing, and
so they just gotta hang around in there.
Chicken coop, just chilling there.
They're just chilling. We're gonna get 2 more on Friday, and so yeah. Well, so we got Johann, and then we've got Nugget, and then we're also gonna get a Shaquille O'Neal. That's gonna be the next one.
Shaquille O'Neal.
And then we don't have a name for the 4th one. We gotta get a 4th one.
Name him Kane or Kane or Dave.
Raisin.
Yeah, Raisin.
Yeah. So anyways, that's the birds. Have you ever owned chickens?
No.
Yeah, I took care of chickens once.
Yeah, like I have so many friends that had chickens growing up.
Yeah, we had like an older couple in our ward who had us take care of our chickens for a while. And that's where Ben fell in love with the birds. Because this is kind of Ben's passion project, right?
Freaking birds, dude.
I end up being the one, like, making sure they eat. But yeah, I've taken care of some chickens before, but definitely not to this extent. I have never been a bird dad.
Yeah. So
that's the chickens.
Yes, chickens. That was not on my bingo card of what would happen when I showed up today.
Well, yeah. So first of all, not only did I not tell Wade, I also didn't tell. We didn't tell anybody we're living with, because that's why Ben was in the closet, just like, because they didn't want chickens. They hated the idea. So we come back. We were setting that thing up with the birds for like 5 hours probably, and they're playing Minecraft in the front room, just nothing, like barely in this world, and like you could clearly hear tweeting from out there. They're going, and we're just like, how are you not? Anyways, they finally. Then we start laughing because it's getting to the point where we're picking up the birds and it's getting ticked and it's like loud and we're like, and they still just like, hey, you got that ore from earlier? Like they're locked in, and so finally we're laughing and they're like, do you have freaking chickens back there? And we're like, yes. So then they barely come in because one of them was like, he's like, I looked at the bird and I saw the basketball and I was like, could end it with one dribble. So they are not fans of the birds, but I am, and that's all that matters. And frankly, they're living under Ben's bed.
So yeah.
They're technically living where I'm going to sleep.
How does that make you feel?
You know, I'm
You've
glad.
been reduced to foul.
I'm glad you've been reduced to foul. That's a great band name, Reduced to Foul.
Reduced to foul.
Yeah, I don't care. Because now they have a place to live. Our original idea was to put them in the closet and just shut the door with the heat lamp, but it's a little too big of a space, and it's harder to put like the stuff down, and you can't just like easily check on them. Like it would have been different, and so under the bed has worked a lot better. Although Ben did open his window today, either because it was getting hot or just because the smell.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing. Like halfway through setup, he's like, is my room going to smell now? We're like, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. You've got an animal
chickens
in there.
You got 2 animals in there.
Like the only animals that I think don't really smell are like dogs and cats. And even then it like depends because dogs, when they're puppies and they just barf and poop everywhere and it smells bad.
This is my hottest take. Everybody knows this. I hate animals. I hate animals.
He's fine with the chickens, though.
I am fine with the chickens.
But he hates dogs. He's freaking weird.
Look, the chickens, here's my philosophy. The closer to a plant, the better. Right? So, like, plant, cool. Fish, great. Basically a plant, but it lives in the water. Right?
Okay.
Birds, get in there with, like, some kind of parakeet. But those are annoying because they, like, chirp and, like...
Yeah, they're loud.
They're really freaking loud. So, like, birds are getting there. And then, like, chickens are different for 2 reasons. And one of them is they produce something for you. So, like, I don't see the
Dogs
value.
give you love and companionship.
I got plenty of love and companionship
you do not.
from you, Wade.
I'm not dapping you up for that.
No, but, like, I don't get that from animals. So, like... I'm like, what are you providing me in this relationship? Nothing, stupid dog.
Nothing, stupid
like,
dog. You're a monster.
I don't get it.
I'll have you know, most of our most fervent listeners and most of our absolutely loyal listeners, at least that I know, are huge dog lovers. So you hear that? He's created enemies in all of you. So
you know what? Sometimes you got to be right and stand alone rather than wrong and with everybody else.
Oh, dear goodness.
It is my hottest take. Now, it is because you've heard why I hate dogs, right, though? You know why.
Because you got trampled by a dog when you...
It was not trampled. It was much worse than that. Back when I was in kindergarten...
Everybody got trampled by a big dog at some point.
No, not like this.
Dude, I got trampled by a Dalmatian when I was like 4, and it freaked me out, and then suddenly I'm bigger than a Dalmatian. And I'm like, you know what? Dogs aren't that scary.
Wade, there were 2 other kids with me, and they were able to get up and run. I could not. And it was in the middle of winter, so there was like this hill, and it rolled me down the hill in the snow.
What kind of dog was it?
Mauled bigger than me. It was.
Everything's bigger than you.
It was. I don't know what kind of dog it was, but it was like this big. Like on its hind legs, it's bigger than me now.
Was it lanky? Or
yes,
stout?
I think so. It was like one of those.
So like a Great Dane, maybe?
No, because it wasn't
That's
that big.
Too big.
It wasn't. It was
Doberman.
No, there's a dog.
A lab.
No, I feel like it was. It starts with an R.
A Rottweiler?
No, because that's too small.
Like Rottweilers are stocky.
No, but it was like the ones with like the arrow-tipped ears.
Yeah.
What are those called?
Those are Dobermans. It
Maybe
depends. It depends if they have their ears nicked or not, which is really cruel sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, that's the thing. I don't like animal cruelty. I'm not a fan of that. Don't be mean to them. I just don't get liking them. Anyways, no.
Don't be mean to them, but hate them.
Whatever it was genuinely a large dog. Like it wasn't like a small dog mauled me and I was just small. Like this dog was 3 times my size.
It was just licking you.
Imagine if an animal
Show me
3
the
times
scars.
your size right now, if a giant dog came in here and rolled you down a hill in the snow
and licked you.
Yeah, but it was loud. I mean, I was a sensitive kid.
You're acting like it did not maul you. You don't have scars from it.
No.
It didn't draw blood.
No, but it
didn't
rolled me
bite
down the
you.
hill, and it was rough.
Yes, it overestimated your size, and it just knocked you down. And because you were a little kid,
and
you
it wouldn't
freaked
get
out.
off me. Anyways, so then I was scared of dogs.
I feel like
years.
that happens to every little kid at some point. They have just some big dog knock them down and then just lick them.
I don't know. This is a particularly bad case because
bro,
it was not just licking.
A similar thing happened to me with a freaking Dalmatian, and Dalmatians are huge.
Rolling.
Dalmatian like came up, got excited, knocked me down. I cried because I was like 4.
The big thing
and
is
then
I
was like, "Yeah, dogs are still chill."
It kept going though. Like,
oh my gosh.
Anyways, I didn't like it. It was a bad dog, but so it attacks me. I was scared of dogs for years. Finally, you're right. I'm not afraid of him anymore. If I can kick it, I'm not afraid of it.
Oh my gosh. You're a monster.
I wouldn't kick it. I don't want to. But like if I can, I'm not afraid of it. If it's like bigger, then I'm like, I don't love it. Like stress chemicals go up, but are not like that bad. Like I used to be fear. I used to not go near dogs.
What about that? The orange dog, the Chow Chow.
Okay, so yeah, now there are a few dogs that
there are
like.
a few dogs.
My uncle's dog is chill. It speaks German. That one's fine.
Is it a German Shepherd?
No.
Dang it.
That one's chill. I found one on a trail when I was hiking in Montana one time. That one was actually chill. I don't know why. It's completely random dogs. It's not like it's dogs that I've spent time around.
You need to get a corgi. You're a corgi guy.
Okay, yeah, a lot of corgis are fine.
Corgis are funny little things.
They are kind of funny. Like the Doge dog, those are great.
Yeah,
that's the one he's talking about. There are some dogs that are okay, but it's very individual dogs and mostly random chance. It's not like
Christopher. He's a lab.
I don't really like
chill.
Christopher. Like he's fine. I don't hate
fine.
Christopher.
I guess that's fair. You're just indifferent to
I'm indifferent. That which is a good compliment, right? If I am usually I just hate
Christopher is a sweetheart.
Yeah, usually my default is hate, and then then it goes up from there. So default is fine. That's a very, very big compliment. I was also afraid of cats.
Cats are gross.
I like cats actually.
Cats are gross.
Because part of the thing with animals is it gets to the inner fear of animals to me, and I don't like the energy of dogs and like how they're just so much like it. A cat is closer to a plant than a dog.
Oh my gosh.
So it's better. Not that much better. I still don't like them, but like kittens, they're fine. You know.
Oh yeah.
So anyways,
there's no hope here.
So that's the first thing. Then it gets to plants, and then the other great thing about chickens is it gives you food. You can steal their eggs. So like that's and I'm not even saying you can cook it and eat it. Like you take their eggs and then you can eat their eggs and now I've got food and it's like providing something for me, and like I see value in that.
I want so bad. Have you seen those mini Highland cows?
No.
You should look it up right now.
I think
like people started just keeping them as pets because they're kind of hard to find, but they're specifically a mini Highland cow because they literally look like that their entire life.
They're like dog cows.
And they're about the size of like a lab or a little bit bigger. And so they just you could keep them in your house and they're like super fluffy and soft.
Yeah.
And so I want one so bad. I just want a mini Highland cow. I would name him Burger.
Yeah,
I would.
That's good.
I would name him
just
Cheeseburger.
Like Nugget. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I legit would. Yeah. Or like just Beef. Hey beef, come here.
Hey beef.
Beef, come here.
I'm thirsty. But yeah, that's funny. I also get I get a lot of farm animals more actually. Because I guess I don't know if you can't really milk this thing, right?
No.
Yeah. No. I still kind of get it a bit more.
They're not dairy cows.
Yeah, I kind of get it a bit more with cows for some reason. Maybe it's because it's like an outside plant. It's like getting a tree instead of like an inside plant.
I have these family friends. They got this pig, right? And basically kind of like as a pet. Like it's not like they have farm animals, no.
Right.
It's because their teenage daughter wanted a pig, and she's like, I'll raise it. Like we'll build a barn for it. It'll be mine. I remember seeing.
We had a couple of those in our neighborhood.
Yeah. So like, it still stayed in the backyard. They raised this pig. Like it's a big pig. And then like suddenly I see it disappear from social media. Next time I see him, I'm like, yeah, what happened to it? They're like, oh, we sold it to the slaughterhouse.
Whoa!
Just casually. And they're like, yeah, that was the plan. We were just going to raise it up from a piglet, like feed it, keep it for like 2 years, and then sell it for a profit. And I'm like, whoa!
Bold. I mean, fair.
Which is, I guess that's what they do.
That's what they do.
And they're like, yeah, he tasted great.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But no, we had somebody in our ward who had a pig. And it got famous on Instagram, like legit famous. One time their pig got out, and I think they told us it got out or something, or maybe it was me and Benson. I think it was me and Benson were scootering around the neighborhood like we used to, and we see the pig, and we're like, shoot, that's their pig. So we corralled it. We scootered all over the neighborhood trying to catch their pig, until we finally rounded up into their backyard and caught it.
And then you're like, wait, this is the wrong pig.
Yeah,
we took it to the wrong place.
Whose pig is this?
Whose pig is this?
Yeah. No, but we did have to corral a pig randomly one time.
It's also kind of similar on this topic. So in Arizona, this was actually incredibly common. Like almost not every family, but a lot of families I knew, they just had a tortoise.
Yeah.
Like it would just roam around their backyard, and it would be like they just have these tortoises, and then like especially the families who didn't like or had a portion of their backyard unfinished or none of it finished, they just have all these holes, and they're like, yeah, that's just the tortoise. He likes to burrow, and I'm like, what the freak?
See, I like chickens because they're closer to plants. I like fish because they're really just plants. I like tortoises because they're rocks, which is even further.
Rocks.
Which is even further towards the object thing. So I do like turtles. So anyways, I do not like animals, but there are select few that are fine. I like these chickens. These chickens are cool. And
this time next year, he's going to eat them. Yeah. I'm calling it.
Oh, I'll eat them. I'll eat them. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I've thought about that because I'm like, do you eat them?
That's a great question, actually. Like, what do you do when they get old? Like, because at some point they got to get old.
Some point they die.
And then they die. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, I don't know if they die from natural causes, if you can still eat them. But
I think you can. My biggest thing.
What do farms do with the chickens, like, once they're dead, I'm assuming?
They just eat them, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to look this up.
But the thing is,
what's
for me.
What's the lifespan of a chicken?
It's more like eating something that, like, I raised. You know what I mean? Which to me is a little sad, but it's also like the end point. You know what I mean? It's like, you did it, you know?
Oh, what the heck? The average lifespan of a chicken is about 5 to 10 years. I thought it would be like
frick?
I thought it would be like 2.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be 2.
So you guys are in this for the long haul, dude.
Holy crap! We just made a 5-year investment.
I legit was like, yeah, they only live for like 2 years.
That's what I thought too. Frick. Well, anyways, either way, I guess maybe by 5 years you could eat them. I don't know. Well, because they died tomorrow. Let's say you could eat them, but it was tomorrow. I wouldn't want to eat it.
Yeah.
Even if you could technically do it, I would not feel comfortable eating them, even though it's food. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's fair.
It's weird. So maybe that changes once they're like fully grown and they're just whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe it doesn't. And I would sell it for somebody else to eat. That's fine for me.
I mean, how much could you sell it for? Like,
that was $2, $3.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like, here's a dead chicken.
Yeah.
Like, or you could spend $2 more and have it already pre-cooked and roasted at Costco.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, if a Costco rotisserie chicken is $5,
or even just give it away. You know what I mean? I don't even mean like make money, but like I could give it away for somebody else to. I don't mind the fact of it getting eaten because it's food, but. Like,
you don't want to pluck and dress that.
I definitely don't want to be the one doing it. I don't know. Well, I don't want Ben to do it. That's sad. He likes them more than I do. We actually tore down the fence, so we got to build it back up before we put them in the backyard. Otherwise, they'll escape.
Fair.
So, and we don't want our chickens wandering.
Well,
the neighborhood.
you need a coop for them. I know. Mostly just because in Arizona, a lot of people had chickens, but.
Yeah.
Because of the coyotes, a lot of people would have a guard dog too.
Yeah,
they had an outdoor dog with their little dog house, and the dog would just scare off coyotes at night.
Maybe I should build a scarecrow.
You're going to have to get a guard dog.
No, I will not. I will not. I will keep them in here before I get a guard dog. No, I only got the fence. It'll be fine. But like as much as they can roam around the neighborhood, or not a neighborhood, but around the yard, like we do want to keep them in a very specific spot.
That's fair.
But we kind of have the perfect yard for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't give them the whole yard. It's
no,
too big.
I wouldn't either. But like
they need a coop and like a little fence that they can wander around.
Yeah. So first of all, our yard's perfect because we can even put it farther away from the house. Like you're playing Minecraft and you accidentally put your farm next to your house. Now you're always hearing the.
Yep.
It's the worst. So we don't have to deal with that because we can just throw them on that side of the yard.
Yeah.
And it's not near anybody else's houses either. So that's really good. But I don't know. We have to actually do that next. I like it. And it's been very fun to not tell anybody until they're here and you see them in my room.
They are dumb birds.
They're so dumb.
They are dumb birds, bro.
They're so dumb. Not an intelligent species. Well, now that you've heard us dumb birds talk for a little while, let's go to break and we'll come back and do messages.
We're gonna work.
And we're back. It's time for comments.
Comments.
Now, we'll go over this real quick. I have a request from somebody to talk about something on the podcast.
Okay.
All right. So it is a local small town drama. Local tea. Small town tea. All right.
Let's hear it.
So we have a high school near us called Syrup Hill. Syrup Hill is awful at football. They've been awful for years, and it's very embarrassing, right? Well, and their old coach, Coach Bird, was trash. Like, he was terrible. He's coach of the basketball team, and he screwed over many a season.
So wait, he coached football and basketball?
Yes.
What the freak?
I know. That's
Those seasons overlap. Like, the seasons overlap with each other.
It was not good. I'm pretty sure he did both at the same
I've
time.
never heard of that before.
Yeah. So he was a terrible coach. He still coaches basketball. He's awful. Well, and he's known awful. Everybody hates that guy.
Yeah.
Well, he left the football program this season.
Yeah.
And was replaced by who we'll call John Beck, Coach John Beck, right? This guy was a big name in local football. He's the dad of someone who went to the NFL. Like, this is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
And Coach John Beck, turns around the team. Now we are great. We are winning games. Things are going fine, right? I don't remember how well our team did, but, like, we did pretty good. Randomly, last week, so now we're going to kind of recap, and we're going to go over digging a bit deeper into what is going on. So it seems like there was a fund, the boosters.
Yeah, the boosters had created this fund under Coach Beck or Coach John, whatever we're calling him. And
donors.
The boosters are part of like this staff. Like they're part of Coach John's staff. And it seems like the school got all the money that the boosters raised, cashed the check, and then fired the coach, which is kind of shady because it's like, we want your money, but we're not taking your coach.
Especially since we finally turned it around.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So there's that, and then it also fired the rest of his staff, which makes sense.
Which that's part of the gig usually.
Yeah. So now we're getting into rumor territory.
Yeah.
They have that booster money. It's around $21,000.
Yeah.
They put it forward, and now they're like, we're not sure if they're going to use it for the football team.
Yeah.
Seems a little hearsay to me.
Yeah.
But, I think it's more about the firing. You know?
Definitely. Interesting. So,
yeah.
At least according to Coach John, that he still does not know why he was fired and no reason was given.
Yeah, no reason was given.
Because, like, the word on the street is recruiting.
Yeah, that's
recruiting.
That's what
like,
they've kind of officially said, but...
Let's be honest.
And they've been very vague talking about it with other people.
Let's be honest. From what I know about high school sports politics, if recruiting's going on, it's very rarely that a school is the one to step in and make the stop. It's going to be the district.
Yeah.
And the district's going to catch the school
and the school's only going to benefit, right?
Yeah,
like, there's
exactly.
No reason to, yeah.
And I don't know. I think at the very least, even if they don't want to rehire him, they have to give a valid reason for the firing.
Yeah. We have to know.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Because who knows? Maybe he is in the wrong. Maybe he did do something super shady.
That's true.
Maybe there were internal complaints about him.
That's true.
But
the biggest thing...
I would like to know.
The biggest interesting thing is that, like, if, let's say, John Beck was in the wrong. He did something we don't know about it.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say he did something bad. It would take quite a bit of class from somebody to not be like, this is the reason we fired you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to give the reason to be like, this was happening, we had to let them go,
I think
etc.
too,
That's what's weird to me is like, and it seems like with the relationship he had with the administration, they'd be like, nope, he's gone because of this reason.
exactly.
Whereas it would take a lot of grace for me to be like, no, we're going to protect his image. We're going to be nice to him.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't, be helping out here saying, this is wrong. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. I think it's real weird to, again, turn around right after such a successful season and fire him. And nobody knows
really
why.
Sus. Yeah. It's
Nobody
super
knows why.
sus.
Yeah.
And I think the racism claims are BS.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I'll tell you why. Because sports are kind of the great equalizer amongst all things. That's where you see like not a whole lot of racism, because like it's just, especially in modern day, it's like just because sports is like. So
there's only one white wide receiver on the Eagles.
Or one white cornerback.
That's what I was talking about.
Like legit. Because it literally is the great equalizer, and you have to be the best at your position to do your job. Like they don't care.
Right.
They don't care where you came from.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially because again, people know him, and it's so
I don't
weird.
know.
There is the theory, and this is just the hearsay of maybe it's because the two. So the AD who fired him ran against him or in the job for the coach position. And it's like
Here's the thing. I feel like AD would make more money than coach.
That's the thing. Wouldn't you want to be the AD and not the coach?
I'd rather be the AD than the coach.
Yeah.
Like, why would he want to get rid of him and then become the coach? I don't know.
Exactly. That doesn't really make any sense to me.
Sus.
So it's real weird. It's real weird situation. But anyways, that is the current situation with the small town drama. He is out, and so far we do not know why. And people are mad. They're organizing to get it overdone. Apparently they have a week to undo it, but I don't know why.
Interesting.
And this was started
today. Launched today.
Today. Yeah.
The petition was launched today.
So here we get into YouTube comments. Do you want to read the haters?
Sure.
I'll take.
Okay, bot.
All right, next.
No, like legit, half of these are bot.
I do wonder like how many are bots, but like bots don't say.
If you don't have your real name and you've got just no like
LM,
like you're literally hiding behind a bot account, you're irrelevant. So,
that's fair.
Go back to that one page. Let's see. Please, guys, don't quit your day jobs. I guarantee you, I make more than you, Krusty 6928.
Oh.
We need electricians and plumbers.
That was on our drink laws are weird. They're saying don't become podcasters, become plumbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways.
Okay, 3-inch J. I'll challenge you to a sword fight.
Yeah. I want to talk about this one. Somebody called out you're wearing a BYU hat.
I wear a BYU hat every week, and I've actually made sure I don't wear the same hat twice.
Really? That's awesome.
Because I was like, it's gonna get old.
Yeah.
I love my hats. Maybe I'll switch it up and wear like a Cardinals or a Jazz one.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I like my BYU ones.
Yeah, yeah. See, I try to be a hat guy, and like I want to like hats, but my head's small and I look weird sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. Somehow out of 3 comments, I'm not the first to comment about the BYU swag.
Based.
Gotta rep the Y, my guy.
Anyways, and then let's see. Moana 2 comment. It's for babies. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is.
Yes,
it is. It's for baby chicks.
Super Gooner 6969 has returned, and it just said Garrett looking hecka cute right now.
Heck yeah.
Garrett's always looking cute.
He is always looking cute. Oh, and Balls 4 days ago said, "Time suck is amazing. We are of the cult of the curious and hail from Lucifina Faze Bojangles." Praise Bojangles. They spelled praise wrong.
I've whittled it down to 2 different people I think Balls could be.
The investigation continues.
The investigation continues. Josh has been wanting to talk about this all day.
I want to talk about this.
Shrek 5.
Shrek 5, what do you think?
Actually happening because they've been saying it's going to happen for a decade now.
Yes, they have been saying Shrek 5
We
will
did
happen.
get an official teaser today as of the recording of this video. So by
cast
the time
announcement.
Yeah, cast announcement teaser trailer that's only like 10 seconds long.
Yeah.
But we learn a lot of new things here. Everyone's talking about the new art style. I want to talk about the mirror. Like, go back to the mirror.
Yeah.
Because look. He's got like the icons
he's
to
like
send,
scrolling
save. He's scrolling.
That's
like,
funny.
I hope this isn't an actual thing in the. I think it's just for the teaser. I highly doubt.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it.
I actually kind of like it.
I think it's funny for a teaser because it acknowledges a bunch of Shrek memes.
Yeah.
But if it's in the movie, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's the thing. Shrek works because it is a commentary on all of the Disney
It's a parody, but it's not on the nose. It's extremely clever.
Yeah.
I think, like, legit, I think
it's obvious, but it's not.
The two best parodies, in my opinion, that, like, have ever been made are Shrek and South Park.
Yeah.
Like, the way they do it are just so good, especially Shrek 2, which I guess I haven't talked about it. My favorite scene in the history of cinema, Josh.
Cinema.
I maintain it's like the best 30 to 40 seconds ever put to film.
All right.
The freaking cop chase in Shrek 2.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
I don't know if there's so many good lines and good.
Police brutality.
Yeah, it's like starts and it's like tonight on Nights. Nights. And then like, oh, and like Gingy's like, and here's a good show. But then like, yeah, we got a white Bronco running down. Yeah. And then like they pin him down. They're using pepper shakers for the freaking spray. Yeah. I'm like dying.
It's
and then
so good. We got to rewatch Shrek.
But then like the whole bit where they're like pinning up Puss in Boots and he's like, he's like catnip.
Yeah.
That's not mine. I thought that was a joke, but like recently I saw some comments about it that they're like, did you see like the knight like plants it on him and then takes it off?
No way.
Which I've watched that scene like 100 times. I still can't tell. Really? I think it's equally as funny either way.
Yeah, that's genius. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So Shrek 1 and Shrek 2 work because they're such a good parody.
It's so funny.
One important thing, and I watched this in a video a million years ago, and it's something about how a lot of shows and movies are good because they make the memes. They don't reference the memes. SpongeBob makes the memes. Their job is to make the memes, not reference the memes.
Yeah.
And there were times, at least in SpongeBob, I think, but in other shows, where they reference the memes, and it's not as fun. That's when you get cringe, you know? And it's interesting because this Shrek movie is referencing the memes in a way that is okay. It at least works.
It's fine for a teaser trailer. Like, teaser trailers very rarely keep a clip from the actual movie.
Yeah.
Like, go look at, like, I feel like I was crazy because I saw it as a kid. Then I was like, I just imagined it until I saw it again recently. The teaser trailer for the first Incredibles, where like he gets called to action, but he's trying to put on the super suit in his office, and it doesn't fit. Because I remember seeing that as a kid, and it's not in the movie.
Yeah.
And then for a long time, I was just like, I just imagined it until I saw it again randomly on TikTok. I'm like, it is real. It was real. What the freak?
Yeah. No, exactly. So like, it's interesting because I mean, there's all kinds of stuff from this, but I wonder how telling it is of. I
think it's funny. I think mostly it's just to like the purpose of this teaser trailer solely exists to like, yes, it's real. Shrek 5 is actually happening. Also, look at our new art style and look at our new cast member.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
So they've got, and I guess it does confirm a time jump. Like it's not going to take place right after 4.
That's true.
Probably the same amount of time that it took, because 4 came out in like 2011, I think.
Yeah.
So by the time this comes out, it will have been 15 years since 4.
What do you think of the art style?
Here's the thing. People are like crazy, or like going crazy over it because I think they're caught off guard, when in reality, I think these are the same character models from that flashback scene in Puss in Boots.
Really?
Yeah.
Or like at the very, very, very end?
No. Like, remember when, look it up, Puss in Boots, Shrek flashback. Yeah. Because in Puss in Boots, Puss in Boots uses that new or different art style, but in the scene where he first meets Death, and he's like, "What lives flashing before your eyes?" and one of them shows Shrek. I think it might be the same character models, because look at Donkey's hair.
It could be.
I think they're, and then on top of that, the new DreamWorks logo also introduced Shrek in this new art style. And I was like, there's no way they created them and used them in two separate things. Like, you could look up the DreamWorks logo too.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I think it's the same character models.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they recreated them for nothing.
That's true.
That being said, I can't, because I feel like we got to a point in 3D animation where like they got to hyper realism. I won't say like Moana was the tipping point, like the last movie, and then they're like, at this point, why are we even animating it? Let's make it a little bit more stylized.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
I think the biggest thing also with Moana was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody started looking at animation in a different way. Here's the
thing. People look at Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because I think it was the one that pushed it the furthest.
Yeah.
At the time, like really, really pushed it. It's not the one that introduced it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the Lego Movie and the Peanuts movie.
Yeah.
Those were the two that really kind of... Lego Movie less so because that was more made to mimic stop motion, but it was the Peanuts movie that really blended the 2D and 3D animation.
And you know what else kind of came out at the same time? Good Dinosaur. Hyper realistic.
Yeah.
Tanked. Right?
I don't think that's the reason it tanked. But
I don't think it is either. But like when you're looking at styles, the stylistic things are working, and the hyper realistic is.
And like you look
whatever.
at some of the water scenes in Moana, I always remember looking back and seeing like the sand in her feet, and blah blah blah, and I'm like, holy crap, that like her hair looks great.
Yeah.
But like, what's the point?
Wade thirsting over Moana. But anyways, yeah, definitely.
So I don't. Here's my thing with the changing the art style. I love them being more creative and trying to find more expressive. Like, we don't need to be hyper realistic. We can do creative things. And they did. It worked for Puss in Boots.
It totally worked.
It worked so well with Puss in Boots.
That is a perfect movie.
It's part of me. I don't like the idea of changing it for sequels, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm a little on this, because I'm like, why? Just do it like you previously did. Make a new movie, make a new franchise, then you can do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, do something creative. I don't know. We'll see, because a part of it makes me like these new character designs. They look obviously less realistic than the previous Shrek, and that's fine. But I think it was made for the purpose of making them more expressive, because like you can definitely see they look a lot more expressive.
That's true. I just think it looks like they put them all on Ozempic.
And then, that's it.
That's exactly what it reminds me of. Yeah.
To be fair, I think that's more of just 20 years of working out and eating like a crazy diet than plastic surgery.
He definitely has had something.
I think he's had work done, but not until after he retired. Because even like after he retired, and then when he went into broadcasting, he like smiles weird now.
Yeah, I agree.
And he didn't when he was a player. I think this is more of just symptomatic of like, because Brady even talked about how
Look at that guy.
Well, like he talked about how like he's famous for his TB12 diet, like super duper strict diet and training regimen.
Yeah.
He said he didn't even start that until like 2006, 7-ish. And that's when like Brady went from being a system quarterback to being really good.
Yeah.
Like Brady kind of got carried to his first 3 Super Bowls from having some of the best defenses of all time.
Yeah.
Like, look up his stats in his first 3 Super Bowls. It's like a touchdown and a pick and like 150 passing yards, and that's it.
Yeah.
All he did was just kind of like help the offense and not turn over the ball in key situations.
Totally.
And that's fine. That's how a lot of great quarterbacks operate. And but still, it's not until he really like dieting, conditioning, and you see it with a lot of players. Peyton Manning had a kind of a similar transformation, just getting older, really thinning out like a lot of professional athletes do. And you don't really see this anymore, because this was back in the day when professional athletes could afford to go into the NFL not being in the best shape, just being like pure like, well, I just played football my whole life, but it wasn't the sole focus of my life.
Yeah.
Versus athletes today don't do that anymore. It's like they've been conditioned since birth.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. Like, look up like Tom Brady's draft photo.
Yeah. Or the refrigerator is like a regular guy now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, this is famous. This is like a very famous photo of Tom Brady. It's just a guy.
Yeah.
And then even now, like he's obviously just gotten so much stronger. I think another good comparison is Michael Jordan before maybe do Michael Jordan before and after weights. So for Michael Jordan's first 3 seasons in the league, so this is Jordan in the 80s versus Jordan in the 90s, because Jordan was very famous in saying he didn't figure out weight training until like 1990. And look at his arms.
Yeah,
mind you,
buff.
he's like 10 years older in the second picture.
Yeah,
like when once they can get to that professional level, they have the trainers, they have the sports science, they have the dietitians to really transform their bodies. It's really fascinating to look at. So
anyway, Shrek.
You know,
it just looks like he's on Ozempic and got some plastic surgery.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't like play it a little bit. I don't like the proportions of Shrek. I know I analyzed this way too much while I was on my lunch break at work.
For me, it's the chin. You know,
the chin looks weird.
Because the chin, if you look at Shrek,
I kind of I feel like they tried to make him look older.
Yeah.
Like he's definitely, his face has more wrinkles in it. And that's fine. He's supposed to be older now.
Yeah.
He's got like an adult daughter.
Yeah.
The proportion specifically, like, look at his arms. Look at how small his arms are and his huge belly.
Yeah.
Versus here, like, he's supposed to have pretty big arms.
He has
see?
lanky arms. That's true.
He's got bigger, thicker, lankier arms.
That's true.
I don't like the proportions that much.
Let's compare that to Shrek. Ooh, here he's got the lanky arms.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. That's where I'm
that
like,
is a little different.
I think they still use those same character models and then still tweaked them a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
From Puss in Boots.
They probably did go off of them. This is the weirder picture to me. Is like, you know.
I think it's weird because it's supposed to be a fisheye lens in the mirror, so the proportions will look off. Okay. Also, why does the mirror like have a freaking look at his jawline? They changed the mirror's face.
They changed all the jaw lines. They made them all freaking Chads.
Yeah. Like, why is the mirror like it mewing?
Yeah, everybody's mewing in this.
Also, how do you get a hold of the mirror?
Yeah. What the heck?
Okay. Yeah. Look at his arms.
Yeah, they're short, man.
I just know one person in particular who's listening to this is gonna call me afterwards and laugh at how in depth we're looking at the Shrek trailer.
Yeah. The large arm or their short arms.
Yeah. Why is Fiona
looks
Fiona looks
sharp.
Interesting. Yeah.
Because I mean, it's same thing with Shrek. Look, his jaw goes out, and same with hers. They very round.
Fiona,
face.
like they've dropped like 70 pounds off Fiona.
Yeah.
I don't get why. Like, what's up with her dress? Why does the dress have a sleeve and then an undersleeve?
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
To be fair, she does unlike Shrek. We're talking way too much about Shrek.
No, I like it.
Unlike Shrek,
I'm cutting something from this episode.
Unlike Shrek, Fiona has multiple outfits throughout the movie. Shrek doesn't.
That's true.
So that's not an issue.
Except for in the one where he turns into a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Shrek I'm honestly fine with. I don't love it, but it's fine.
I need to see more. Like, I'm gonna reserve.
That's fair.
More so.
Fiona is okay. Donkey they did dirty.
I don't like.
He looks weird.
Yeah, he
looks weird, man.
He's too stylized.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because he's not even in the same Puss in Boots style. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's still just animated, whatever. So I don't know. Donkey is definitely a weird.
Well, I just realized. Look at their house. It's so much more decorated and nice now.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess maybe after having the babies, they were.
Yeah, I really need to watch the rest of them. I haven't really seen the rest of them, at least in a long time. Pinocchio looks weird to me too.
Every time, Pinocchio they completely changed.
I mean, what did old Pinocchio look like?
To be fair, more Shrek lore. Yeah, like look at him.
He's mewing too.
No, like look at that Pinocchio. Well, he's like plastic now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but like look at their round faces.
Yeah.
And like look at his sharp face.
I don't get. You know what this reminds me of? Did you ever see Soul?
Yeah.
Pixar Soul. Everyone has really weird proportions in that.
Yeah.
Like just weird body types. It's super interesting. I don't know. My big thing too, on top of all this, people forget, and I swear I'm the only one who's ever. I'm not the only one who's ever noticed, but it's the only one that like I feel like brings it up. Rumpelstiltskin in Shrek 3.
Weird looking dude.
No. He's in Shrek 3 briefly in the bar, and they even call him out, and he's in a couple scenes. But then they basically ignore that, and then Rumpelstiltskin's like a completely different dude in Shrek 4.
Right.
And there's even a flashback in Shrek 4, and then it's still a different guy. Obviously, this was before they were planning on making another. So and like he's barely in Shrek 3. He has like one line.
Yeah.
And then Shrek 4, where he's the main villain. Those are two completely different people.
That's true. Yeah.
But nobody ever brings it up.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I don't hate the designs.
Yeah, I don't hate him.
It's fine. I do not like Donkey. But
What's going on with Shrek's daughter, though? Like,
well, I was gonna ask you, smash or pass?
is she bisexual?
I think she is.
I think she's bisexual.
I think she's bisexual, and I also think
It's Zendaya.
Yeah, what do you think,
So-
smash or pass?
Pass.
Ah,
I can't do the nose ring, bro. You know this.
that's true. That's true.
The other thing, too, on top of this, obviously, maybe because, like, this movie's barely in production, voice work is usually one of the last things to happen
Yeah.
a lot of the time. This movie still doesn't come out for another almost 2 full years.
That's true. That's true.
I think
they could
this was
Sonic it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
they still
yeah,
have time to,
I don't think they have time to make a ton of changes.
not a ton, but I'm saying, you know.
the point I'm bringing up, Shrek has 2 other kids.
That's what I was thinking, right?
So
I have not
think
seen the other ones,
I think they had like they're all 3 of them are going to be a big part of the story, but they only have Zendaya right now, and that's why they made the announcement. Maybe the other 2 haven't been cast with voice actors yet.
That could be true.
And like up until it's also reminds me of Kung Fu Panda 3, where the girl like Panda was supposed to be played by Rebel Wilson.
Really?
Yeah. And in the first Kung Fu Panda 3 trailer, she's listed in the credits.
Oh.
But apparently there was a scheduling conflict, and she never recorded her lines, so they just recast her to someone else. They recorded the lines, mind you, like within the time of the first trailer coming out to the movie, and that was only like 6 months.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I guarantee you.
Like Professor Slughorn, I think, was somebody else for a while in Harry Potter, and then...
Especially with animated movies, that's why I was like, voice work's one of the last things to happen. I think obviously they have a few voice lines going right now.
Yeah.
But that's why it's like when all the Spider-Verse actors are like, oh, I haven't recorded anything yet. I'm like, yeah, well, recording will take like a week. And it's one of the last things you do. So that's why I'm not freaking out about it.
Yeah. What do you think is... Who would you cast as the other 2 Shrek children?
Let me think.
Not knowing much about personalities or anything.
Thing.
What would you?
Yeah,
what would you do?
I was gonna say because we've only seen them as babies, so they're basically a blank slate.
But like with this cast, who do you think would mesh well? You know.
I'd like to see. I think it would be funny if one of them was Tom Holland.
Well, that would be hilarious. Yeah, that's the obvious choice.
As an American, like obviously. Well, then again, Shrek is Scottish and none of his family is, but still, you have to be an American. Or if he's just randomly British, I think that would be funny too.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be a younger actor.
Yeah.
Around the same age as Zendaya, just for. Let me think, because we need 2 of them.
Yeah, you need 2 of them. Do we know if they're boys or girls or?
Well, they're 2 boys.
2 boys.
They had triplets, 2 boys and a girl.
I wonder if you get a pair of people, you know?
Yeah. My honest thing, I have a feeling that they're not going to be big names.
They should get Drake and Josh.
That would be funny.
They should get us, bro.
No.
Yeah,
I think
like
the bigger thing. Let me think. Zendaya. I'm trying to think of young male actors now.
Well, I'm like, you could. The other big thing is parody, right? You get big names, but also just to make fun of the things.
Part of it, yeah.
So that's why Tom Holland's an obvious choice. I think also you could go with one of the Stranger Things kids. Any of them.
Yeah.
You know, like any of them, especially Dustin, the guy who plays Dustin.
Yeah.
He seems chill. He would probably mesh well with.
I know. I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like a lot of the young actors in Hollywood right now are all girls. Like, at least like younger. Because when I'm trying to think of guys, I'm like, maybe Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah. There's Timothy Chalamet, but
I was thinking him too, but like I don't think his voice is that recognizable or could sell.
That's why I'm like, whose voice? You know,
whose voice? Yeah.
And that's why I think Dustin from Stranger Things has a pretty clear voice. You know, I think he'd be really good.
The dude who does the voice of Stephen Young. Or Jung, I can't.
Finn Wolfhard or Wolf.
I hate that son of a.
Sure. But I'm saying like he is from Stranger Things. He is a very obvious pick.
Yeah.
This is the guy I was actually thinking about because the guy who plays Dustin doesn't really do a ton of other stuff. He's done it and he's working, but like.
Oh, Will Poulter. Oh, Austin Butler. I could totally see an Austin Butler type.
What if you got Glenn Powell to do it?
Glenn Powell's in his 40s.
He's old, yeah.
Like, yeah, he's a late
I didn't know he was in his 40s. I thought he was in his 30s.
Yeah, no, he's a late bloomer.
Wow.
He's like in his late 30s.
Wow.
He was He's been. What's funny is Glenn Powell's been in movies for like 20 years. He just didn't break out.
Did you get a Hemsworth?
Liam Hemsworth is also old.
Yeah.
Maybe a Daniel Radcliffe because he's like older, but like
he's older.
Side.
But
Miles Teller is.
How about Ezra
young,
Miller?
No.
Yeah.
Hottest 100.
Oh, here we go. Hottest. Well, that is a good way to go.
I almost said Jacob
Chalamet.
Elordi, but I hate that guy. So.
Yeah, I don't know him. What was he in? Saltburn. Kissing Booth. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Shows. If you're in Euphoria, I kind of hate you unless you're Sydney Sweeney.
Tom Holland. Well, okay. What if they did this? What if they did Zendaya? I don't want to go with Tom Holland because he's too obvious.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I say you get one of the Stranger Things kids, any of them, right?
Yeah.
Then, what if you got Mr. Beast? You know what I mean? Like,
so
what if you got like a YouTuber, like an online guy?
Here's the thing: when you sent me this link today, I thought it was fake because, like 4 or 5 years ago, there was that dude who made like the fake Shrek 5 announcement because he managed to get a hold of like a Universal like Twitter handle, but it wasn't the official Universal.
Yeah.
So he made a fake thing, and his announcement was like it had like a similar logo, where it was the 5 with the ears and the cast, and it had the list, and it was the 3 main characters like Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy, Tom Holland, and then Jimmy, but it was like Mr. Beast as the announced cast members. So, and of course, it was like trailer reveal in 3, 2, and it ended up being fake. The dude posted on his YouTube, "Hey guys, it's not real. I made this for blah 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 whatever."
Yeah. And obviously, Mr. Beast is the one big name, but like I'm talking like young YouTube people that have gotten like freaking.
Maybe some of the kids who voiced the Ninja Turtles recently.
That could be it.
Beyond the Show.
Like get an unknown guy.
Yeah.
But I think somebody from the internet would be an interesting choice for Shrek.
Oh,
like
100%.
for a Shrek movie.
Yeah.
That's just kind of.
To be fair, it's like not everyone in Shrek has to be a big name.
Yeah.
Because like the parents weren't, I don't think.
That's true.
Actually, that's a lie. Well, because like.
No, because one was Julie Andrews. She was the queen.
Yeah, the queen was Julie Andrews. But even like the evil stepmother, no.
Yeah.
Prince Charming, no. What's funny story about Rumpelstiltskin. He was just one of the production guys that they had read lines so that they could get like someone working opposite Mike Myers before they had cast anybody. And he did it so well. They're like, "Do you just want the part?"
That's so cool.
And which is kind of a shame because I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
But he's never done anything in Hollywood since. But
that's crazy.
Which is way cool. So it's like some random unknown guy as the main villain, which is cool.
Yeah.
So I think, and part of it's budgetary reasons too.
You can't get Pedro Pascal to be one of the kids.
Well, yeah. On top of that, you've already got like 3 very expensive. Because like, let's be honest. Once
that's true. Mike Myers is going to be expensive.
Cameron Diaz is going to be expensive because she's been retired. Like you have to coast her out of retirement. Eddie Murphy's expensive. What's
Zendaya is the big name.
Zendaya is your big newcomer. I didn't see Antonio Banderas. Where the freak is where's Puss in Boots?
I
guarantee you he's in it. They teased it at the end of Puss in Boots 2. There's no way.
I feel like he's going to make a cameo. I don't think he's going to be like huge in it though.
Yeah,
I feel like he's gonna make a side cameo, like not even like a 1-second cameo, but like maybe a scene, like in a video game where you play as a different character for a minute and it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
and you move on. I feel like that's how it's gonna be with him.
That's fair.
But like in a movie, because you've got his franchise going well on the side.
Well, on top of that too, like he brought his 2 friends, like the chick cat and the dog.
Yeah.
So like this cast is getting bloated.
That's what I was literally gonna say the exact same thing. This cast it's becoming an end game of Shrek.
Yeah.
Where one of the challenges is just finding a way to fit all the characters into a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
What do you think the runtime is gonna be?
Same as the other Shrek movies.
90 minutes, 2 hours.
So I don't know. That also makes me believe like maybe they explain away. Oh, our other 2 kids are at college or something. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be lame. But yeah.
Because like pull a Kung Fu Panda 4.
They're definitely not going to be in it as much. I don't think.
Yeah, maybe not. Who knows?
Because there's 3 of them, and again, you got Donkey, you got Pinocchio, you got Gingy, you got.
Like you're casting Zendaya, you're gonna use her.
Exactly.
Like she's gonna be a main character.
Yeah, Zendaya's probably gonna be huge in it. I feel like we probably won't hear a lot from Fiona.
Maybe.
She'll probably be a smaller role. That's my prediction.
That's fair.
Just because, retirement.
Well, and it's
and
like,
everything.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this will end up being like a legacy sequel, which kind of worries me. like where it's like it's Zendaya's movie instead of, but like
yeah, what if it's a passing of the torch of Shrek to Zendaya?
Here's the thing, like
Zendaya wouldn't be Shrek though.
Yeah, well, Shrek is not like a big franchise. It was keyword was,
yeah.
But like you can't make like 100 of these movies.
That's
like maybe you could use this to kick off like a new trilogy or something, but even then that's pushing it.
Yeah, I do wonder what their like future is kind of looking like.
Yeah.
Because, like, what do you...
like, 4 wraps it all in a bow. I remember when 4 came out and it was marketed as, like, the last one. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
Shrek, the final chapter.
Yeah.
Like, I have a DVD... Well, my parents had a DVD that said Shrek Forever After, and on the bottom it says the final chapter.
Yeah, yeah.
So...
What if...
Is it going to be called Shrek 5, though? Like, or is it going to be Shrek's subtitle? Because technically Shrek 2 is the only one that has a number.
I think it's 5. They had the number.
I don't know.
I think it shouldn't be 5.
Yeah.
I think it should be slightly. It should be like a soft reboot, like Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
What did Puss in Boots have to do with the first Puss in Boots movie?
No.
Nothing. Right? Like they had a couple of ties, but that's it. I think Shrek should do the same thing. Shrek, it worries me because it's harder to pull off. I think.
Yeah.
But they did Puss in Boots so well.
Yeah, that's why I'm like. Here's the thing. I was like so confident after Puss in Boots. All that goodwill went away after Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah, I'm worried it's going to be...
Like,
I haven't seen it yet, but
to be fair, Kung Fu Panda 4 cut a lot of costs. Like, they even admit it. Like, the Kung Fu Panda 4 had, like, half the budget that 3 did. And I'm like, why did you even make it then?
Yeah.
And they said that's the reason why, like, Furious 5 wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I was like, because, like, Kung Fu Panda 4 was stupid because, like, Po and is there... They cut the Furious 5 because all their voice actors are too expensive, which, but then like multiple times throughout the movie, because they don't have enough plot, they keep going back to their B plot of Poe's adopted dad and his biological dad chasing him around, like 2 steps behind him, trying to figure out where he is. And it's so boring. And like, one of them's Bryan Cranston. He's not cheap. Like you could have cut both of them.
That's
or
true.
Like just relegated them to a cameo because let's be honest, that's all Poe's dad ever was.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you could have cut them and given their subplot to the Furious 5.
Yeah.
Stupid.
That's
stupid.
True.
Stupid effing movie. I'm so mad about it still.
Yeah, yeah.
To this day. Yeah. I hate Kung Fu Panda 4.
So I'm worried, but like, I don't know. It looks good. I want to be happy about it.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be good. I think I'm very easy to please with movies.
I like more movies than I don't.
Yeah.
So like I think it'll be fine.
I'm excited. I'm sad it's so far away. I wish it was this Christmas, not next.
That would be nice.
You know? Do you think they released it a little early?
No.
Really?
No.
I think it's like 6 months early.
Yeah, maybe.
I would say maybe do it next Christmas, this Christmas, or next summer, this summer. Maybe. Because now we're gonna be waiting like 2 years for this.
Yeah, this is like
we're gonna need our own insurance by the time we our own health insurance by the time
I know.
Get Shrek 5. But anyways, that's Shrek 5. I'm excited. We'll review it on here when we're still doing the podcast.
Yeah, it's all ogre now.
It's all ogre now. Well, so is this podcast. This podcast is all ogre now. We've gotten so long.
Thank you all for watching. Share this podcast. We are on Instagram under you got
Sorry,
rid of my,
I covered
you
it.
got rid of my freaking teleprompter. We're on Instagram at Hot Tub Talks Official. DM us. I run that account, so if you want to see us talk about something specific, then will this create an echo? Oh, okay. If you want to see us talk about something specific, definitely DM us, comment on that page. I go over it. Well, whenever something is there.
Yeah. You're like a hawk.
Yeah. Our YouTube Clips channel is under Hot Tub Talks Clips. TikTok at Hot Tub Talking. Listen anywhere you get podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. I don't know.
Check out YouTube.
Yeah. Check our YouTube channel as well at Hot Tub Talks. This podcast was produced by Pine Let's Productions and sponsored by Fossil. Bye.
Bye.